Hello Huskies, today we're going to continue our lesson with adding integers. Yesterday we used M&Ms and today we're going to use counters. Our learning target will be, I can demonstrate how to add integers using chips. Like I said, yesterday we used M&Ms. Today we're going to be using chips. So when we were working on adding integers, we used our yellow M&Ms and they were our positive numbers. Our red M&Ms were considered to be our negative numbers. Just want to make sure that we use what we did yesterday and we're going to continue with today. Here are our steps for adding integers. Step number 1, please circle your terms. Step number 2, drag and draw the chips to represent your terms. Step number 3, find all zero pairs. And step number 4, count the chips left over. Let's begin with problem number 1. In problem number 1, we have to circle our terms and look at -2 is one term and +6 is another term. So we're going to use red for our negative numbers, and we're going to make sure we circle that -2. And then we're going to get +6 and take the yellow. We're going to go ahead and extend it to include the number to the left. That is step number 1. Our next step is we're going to use our chips to represent the terms we circled. So we have -2. We're going to take 1 red and 2 red chips right here. Our next number is +6. So we're going to get 6 yellow ones. So that's 2 and 3 and 4, 5. And we move that over a little bit, and 6 chips. There we put, okay? So our third step is going to be find all zero pairs. And again, yesterday we did this. So red and yellow will be 0, makes a 0. So we're going to get a connector. And red and yellow makes a 0 pair. We're looking for more 0 pairs. Yes, we find another pair. So we're going to answer this question, how many 0 pairs? Well, we have 2 0 pairs. So the fourth step is to count how many chips are left over. We look at how many are left over, and we have 4 yellow chips left over. So we're going to take the number 4 and we're going to represent it up here. Take the word type off, and you can just simply put a 4. Okay, so that is the answer to our first problem. In problem number 2, we have our first term is -4 and our next term is -2. Although we have a plus sign right there, we always circle the numbers and the sign next to that number. So here's -4. So we're going to circle that. Make sure that you grab it. And a -2. Okay. So now we're going to represent each term with our chips. That is step 2. Here's -4. So this is going to have 4 chips. 3 and 4. Our next term, -2, we're going to have 2 red ones. So now that we have a model for each number, we're going to ask how many 0 pairs. And this particular problem here, we have nothing but red chips. They're all red. There's no yellow because we have to be careful. Red and yellow make a 0 pair. And here I have absolutely no yellow ones. So we're going to put here none. There's no 0 pairs. So because there's no 0 pairs, we cannot use a connector. So we're going to move on to step number 4, which is to count how many chips you have left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 negative chips. 6 negative chips. And now we're going to take our answer. We take the word type and take that out. We're going to represent it with a -6. And there's the answer to number 2. Your chips tell you your answer. And now we're going to problem number 3. We are going to look at our terms of 4 and +1. A +4 is a yellow circle. Put that in yellow. and +1, another yellow circle. We're going to circle our terms. We're going to extend that. That is step number 1. Step number 2 is to use your chips. You're going to drag it. Here's 1, yellow 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go to the next term, +1, and we have 1. So our first step was to circle our terms. Second step was to use our chips. And now we're going to look for 0 pairs. We look at our chips and we see nothing but yellow positive. We only see positive chips. You can only make a 0 pair again with 1 red and 1 yellow. So right here, we cannot make any 0 pairs. So we're going to put none. The next and final step is to count how many chips are left. Well, here we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 yellow chips. And finally, we're going to go here to the type and put our number 5. So Huskies, this is how we use red and yellow chips to solve adding integers. Yesterday we used M&Ms, we actually used real candy, and today we moved on to using chips as a model. I hope this helps. Thank you.